Good evening and welcome to United Real Therapy Army. Where are ya? Let's be having ya. Today we are doing a Monday service. I repeat, a Monday service. Alex Shaw, come in front of the congregation. You don't have to be Christian to join in, people. You don't have to be a Christian. You don't have to be religious at all. You don't have to be religious at all to join in this special Monday night Therapy Army service, because now all you cronies, all of you underhand tactics, Neil Ashton's burner journalists, that's what they are, they're the burner boys, that's what they are, burner journalists, you've all been found out, and the one that we're calling to the front of the congregation today is Alex Shaw, because you know what, lad, you've been found out. You've been found out. And me and Saeed are gonna go through this, dissect this. We're gonna do it step by step, and we're gonna expose.
We're in it. We're getting it. We're having it. We're having it.
Quickly go through it, pal. You heard me? Because Simon Stone, good old Simon, has come to the rescue, people. Today, Therapy Army, we are feeling vindicated. Vindicated. Trust me, we spoke about these things. But people want to run their agendas and run cover for the Glazers and the bankers and run interference. Saeed, how are you, brother? Big up to you.
Yeah, man. Big up, man. Listen, we're having it, man. Big up to, good to have you on here, man. You know what I'm saying? Monday, you know what I mean? We're you know when they say we chose violence today, Nuruddin is choosing violence.
And look out there, I could choose the sunshine, innit? I could choose the sunshine.
Yeah, you know what? It started off miserable today. But you know what, man? Let's do it, people. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Let's have it, man. We're going to be giving you... It might be sunshine outside, but we're giving them mad stuff here, mate. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me. Here we go. Big up Alien Tedo. Saeed, are you enjoying it? Have you been out? Are you going to go out this evening?
No, I went gym today. I might go out after this. I might just step out, maybe go Plattfields for a little bit, man. So we'll see, man. If the sun's still out, man, you never know. You never know.
Out, Saeed's out. Watch out, people. Yeah, watch out. That's how it is. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. There we go. But big up Alien Tedo, mate. Big up. Thank you so much for the super chat, brother. Cracking fire. Nuruddin has Scozy and Seed over these days. Get ready for the Jackinori, mate. They're both there actually at the front door. The front door, mate.
That's who he's been really telling the Jackinori stories.
So, remember me. Let's set up the story, Saeed. It's not a Jackinori. Let's set up the story. Me and you have talked on camera and off camera, and I said to you that they sacked Rangnick long before Ten Hag even sniffed this club. Right, before he even got hired, right? So this idea that Alex Shaw running interference, I repeat, running interference for the Glazers, and I acted at him, then he replied, calling me an embarrassment, saying he's embarrassed.
How dare you?
Running interference for the Glazers by putting out a story on Dividends Day, Saeed. On Dividends Day, where everybody, the whole fan base, the only news they want to hear about is what is this dividends? How are the Glazers justifying the dividends that they're taking out? While the stadium is crumbling, while the Carrington's crumbling, while the youth team and the women's team play outside of Manchester, right? Outside of Manchester. And for working class people, there's no public transport from city into that stadium, that Lee Sports Village. So it shows you that when we expose these things, Saeed, Neil Ashton is sending out cronies to run interference and to cover for the Glazers. So today, people, it is a special sermon today. We are called the congregation today. Congregation, what's known as the Therapy Army. Alex Shaw, right to the front. Right to the front.
You know what it is here? Bring the tweet up so people can see the context. Have you got the tweet there? Because so that people can at least see the context of what you were talking about. Because I feel like that's needed, because a lot of people be like, what's actually he said? What did he actually do?
Let me tell him, I don't need to bring ice to him, right? Let me tell him. He works for ESPN, right? I've never seen him really cover Man United. The two guys are Rob Dawson.
He's a writer. He's a writer, I think. He's a writer. He's not
Rob Dawson, and what's the other guy called? I always forget his name. The one who announced announced Ten Hag. The one who announced Ten Hag, yeah? Mark Ogden, that's it. Dawson and Mark Ogden are the two. They're the two, right?
Yeah.
Mark Ogden are the two, yeah, who really talk about Man United. But anyway, he puts an article out, Saeed. Those people can go and find it. I'm not promoting him, Saeed. I'm calling him to congregation to expose him and shame him for the absolute clownery that he showed himself to. Because Saeed, things like this don't go by me. I was watching, seeing what journalists, what publications that were going to talk about the dividends. What these guys, top tier, everybody stayed away. The Athletic covered it, but it wasn't your usual lot. It was another writer. The Evening News covered it. It wasn't racist Samuel Locke's. We already know it.
Yeah.
We already
Make sure you get that one in. Yeah.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Still can't let it go, innit? It still can't let it go. So let it go, right? Big up Alien Tenno, by the way, and big up to all of you. There's about 120 of you already here. And
get the likes up, man. Get the likes up.
Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the Charlie Norris. Subscribe. I think we're like 300 away from 6,000. So come on, man. Come on, people.
Come on.
300 away.
Let's do
300 away from 6,000. So road to 10. We're on our way to 10 people, right? So come on. Big up to everybody who's joining us. At the end of the day, it's simple. I say it. And don't worry, Glitch. I'll come to that clown as well. That clown has got a hard-on, an absolute hard-on for Gary Neville. And you know what the funniest thing? Gary Neville just ignores him. That guy always has to attach Gary Neville's name because Gary Neville is a United fan, right? For years, he didn't say anything. He came out against Woodward, but he never came out against Glazers. And Gary Neville finally has come out against the Glazers. And this absolute muppet of a clown that used to own who's a failed football, who got bullied out of his own club, now goes on talk shite to talk absolute nonsense about Man United, a club that he knows nothing about, needs to be also dragged. He's bit behind. He's in the queue. So don't worry about this, Clint.
He's coming, people. One step at a time. He's got a super chat.
Him and Danny Murphy are next, so don't worry. But we're calling Alex Shaw. Get you up. Come in front of the congregation because you are being exposed, lad. So basically, Alex Shaw wrote a story basically saying, there was drama at Man United. Ten Hag came in and looked at Rangnick and said, I don't want nothing to do with him. Get him out of this football club. I'm not having it. It wasn't, no, Saeed. It wasn't. And here's the proof, Saeed. Here's the proof. Here it is. Because it wasn't. We know it wasn't.
You got super chat. You got super chat before you go.
Oh, don't even let me go. Don't let me go, Saeed. Somebody's Saeed, somebody's got to stop me.
Someone's got to stop me before. I wanted you to read that before you kind of go wild because it's very, very kind of, you know what saying's like, innit? So I thought I'd get out the giddiness first.
Hold tight, shame me, I see. The streets, listen, I already told you I've got first tips on that documentary, innit? Because when the streets want to know who's the real Saint Miassi, well, the real Saint Miassi stand up. You know I'm going to be there, innit, with my microphone, innit, like, Saint Miassi. You've been tracked down, finally. You've been tracked down. The most infamous super chat king, right? Arsenal supporter that comes with the best rhymes I've seen. Say me, I say, are you a poet and you don't even know it, aren't you? You're a poet and you don't even know it. I'm telling you. But big up, say me, I see. He said, you will need a lot of praying when you come to the Emirates this season. It's going to be a massacre for you guys. Listen, forget about that. Forget about that, say me, I see. Ain't going to be no massacre. Remember, the Emirates will always be our dance floor, mate. It's where we go on a night out, mate. When in London, where do we go, Saeed? We go on a night out, mate.
We do the moonwalk.
I'm telling you, listen. The you got Millie Rocks, you got High Five Jacksons, you got it all, bro. So you need to calm down, bro. And you know the maddest thing? Not one of your, even when you beat us, the times that you beat us, not one of your players thought, you know what, we got to get United back for this. All we know is that we came, we did the Millie Rock. You wanted more. We came back again. Yeah. We did the moonwalk, mate. Millie Rock moonwalk. You got moonwalk, son. You got Millie Rock. And you know what? If we get Anthony, you're gonna get a bit of samba, mate. That's the
Samba.
next thing. Samba, mate. So we went from hip hop.
We'll even do it on the stage. We'll even do it on the Straight Jacket podcast.
We'll divide this by the styles of music. You got Millie Rock, hip hop, yeah. Then you got 80s soul. Soul and swing. Michael Jackson, you got Moonwalked on. So next week we're gonna go global, aren't we? We're gonna go global for the next one, innit?
We're going for the South American stage.
Trust me, we're gonna do a bit of Zamba on that pitch, mate. Trust me on this one. Or we might do some Dutch organized dancing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't actually know what Dutch music is. Dutch music good, by the way?
Hey, listen, all I know is that they have got funny traditions in Holland, innit? They do a bit of like Dutch dancing. We'll do a bit of that. Don't worry, mate. We'll do a bit of that. We'll sort it out anyway. So big up saying, but trust me saying, I can't wait. I'm telling you now, next season and the away games, I might be doing a watch-alongs. I'm getting you on, mate. I'm getting you on for that watch-along. So let's go. But anyway, let's get into the story. Let's get into the story, right? Let's go with the heading first. So Simon Stone is the BBC journalist, and in terms of sport, he only prints well-researched, first-hand, well-resourced articles. That's where he prints. He don't print any speculation, any alleged. He prints what is, from his point of view, is the truth, because people then take their time to go and speak to him and give him the details. So let's go. Yeah, right? Manchester United launched their latest attempt to reset on Monday when their non-international players return for the start of pre-season training and the beginning of Erik ten Hag's time at the club. The former Ajax coach has accepted the challenge of becoming a fifth permanent manager to try restore United to something like a club they were when Sir Alex Ferguson retired in 2013. So he's already started in it. He's
already started the nostalgia.
The nostalgia. There you go. So when we go again. But already there is a sense of nervousness among the fans. Players have left or are leaving, and yet, while some bids have been made and interest expressed, no signings have been made to replace them, while rivals Man City and Liverpool have already strengthened. You see,
they're not really our rivals, people.
They're not our rivals anymore, mate. They're not. So
they need to get that out of the way.
Big up Simon Stone, innit? Because Simon Stone's still holding us to a standard, innit? You know what?
Yeah.
He's still holding us to a standard. So big up Simon Stone.
Big up Simon Stone, man.
We're holding some sort of standard, innit?
I'm telling you.
The discontent. That's the word. Let me get that out properly, people. The discontent. Like I said, I am a pastor. Welcome for all the people. Welcome to the congregation. Alex, you're getting ready to be cooked, mate. I'm already just warming that oven already.
Can you smell?
Trust me, 250 millimeters. You know that when they tell you what to put it on it. I've already I've already put the oven on standby. But anyway, he continues. Yeah, he says discontent with the Glazer family, who own United, is growing as they receive 11 million in share dividends. New chief executive Richard Arnold felt the need to head off a planned protest by some fans at his house by meeting him at a local pub and admitting the club had burned the best part of $1 billion. All righty, people.
All righty.
There we go, see people. So this is where we're going, innit? That's where we're going. So there we go. This is the bit we're interested in, Saeed. The bleak backdrop. There we go. He called that section here, that paragraph, the bleak backdrop. Yeah. So let's go, people. The bleak backdrop. He says, last season could have hardly have ended any worse as United finished 6th and their trophy-less run extend to 5 seasons.
5 seasons, man. Don't remind us, man. Don't remind us, mate.
The squad was split after a disagreement over the captaincy with Cristiano Ronaldo at its core when his core with left Harry Maguire unhappy. So I'll repeat that again. The squad was split after a disagreement over the captaincy with Cristiano Ronaldo at his core, which left Harry Maguire unhappy.
He felt a bit sad, man. You gotta feel for Harry Maguire. I'm sorry, man.
Listen, on a human level, first of all, congratulations to Harry Maguire. I wish him
getting married,
and his partner a happy and fulfilling marriage if that's what they want. As a footballer, though, so that's the human. And any of you who went to troll him, right, to troll him as a human,
no, you can't, man. You can't, man.
That's out of order. That's out of order. Like I said to you, deal with players when they're on the pitch, their performance on the pitch. Not
that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah.
At the end of the day, some would say though, that he deserves that for copying his hands at when he played for England. He went playing for United, he was playing for England, copying his hands at United fans who criticised his horrendous form and horrendous performance this season. But anyway, most of you know Therapy Army. What I was telling Saeed, how many years ago, telling Saeed, listen, this guy, this guy never been a captain.
I had so much excitement for this guy, man. So he weren't my first choice. That's the one stress. We weren't my first choice. I wanted Diaz and Koulibaly.
And that's the truth. That's the truth. Saeed put me on Diaz long time. And I was saying the guy that we could only buy was that. But anyway, putting that aside, so poor Harry Maguire was really unhappy. He felt a bit sad. Listen, leave it out, pal.
That voice.
If you're feeling that, if you know majority of the people are with Cristiano, just say, yeah, mate, have it. See you later. You know what? But anyway, there we get into it, Sai. This is where we get into it. Are you listening? Are you watching? And are you listening? Alex, absolute deluded embarrassment to journalists. Sure. Are you watching? Are you watching? This is where it gets interesting. It says, the much lauded arrival of Ralph Rangnick dissolved to so much extent that the German was barely on speaking terms with the man who appointed him, football director Myrtle Slug. Absolute slug. Ralph Rangnick's forthright observations, such as describing the club needing an open heart surgery in press conference, may have gone down well with the media present and the fans, but Meta didn't feel it was right forum to express them and was concerned no attempt was made to protect the club's reputation.
Oh my God. When did he care about the club's reputation? Oh my God, man. This is what I mean, people, man.
I swear to you, when I get my sound desk, we're gonna go.
We have to rewind that. Let's do the. You know what they say in the club, man. Rewind that. Just read it again for me one more time.
Rangnick's forthright observations, such as describing the club's need for open heart surgery in press conferences, might have gone down well with the media present and fans, but Meta didn't feel it was right. It was the right forum to express them and was concerned no attempt was made to protect the club's reputation.
Reputation. Can you just let them know what reputation is he trying to protect? What is there? You know when you've done something 1,000 times, what's one more gonna do? Like, and this is the situation, Nuruddin. He's saying here was made to protect the club's reputation. I mean, this club has been run a shambles, and this guy came in and exposed it to everyone. I exposed the truth that you should be hearing. You know, Nuruddin, they call it. You know what they call it? The harsh reality. They call it the truth that doesn't want to be told, the truth that needs to be told. And to you, Myrtle, it needed to be told to you that you need to give yourself a head wobble, and you're not doing the correct job. He's almost telling him you're not doing the correct job. But Myrtle's like, well, you don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I've done. You don't know what I've had to deal with, Woodward and all these lot. And so forth, and Joe Glazer. I've tried to hide my imprint. I've got a new role, Raul. And you know what it is, yeah? Do you think Nuruddin that because he's got a new role, he doesn't want to be showed up now? Because he's got that new role and he's kind of thinking, oh, I don't want to be showed up now. And Ralph Rangnick is showing me up, basically. That's what he's trying to say here.
Saeed,
this is what you care about the club values, though.
By the way, I've got a bit too giddy because you know what? On this one, I got a bit too giddy. because Alex is sat up front, in front of the congregation. Welcome those of you who are joining us late. This is a Monday service, an emergency Monday service. You don't have to be Christian. You don't have to be Muslim. You can be an atheist. You can be whoever you want. But it is a service. And we're calling Alex Shaw, Neil Ashton's BITCH, right? We're calling him he's already here, people. We've put the oven on and it's getting cooked. So I'll go back, Saeed. But this is just absolute Jackanory waffle. Reputation. What reputation? What?
You tell me.
Everybody knows we're a laughing joke. We have to do it, Saeed. Comedy FC.
Here we go. I thought that went there. I thought you were saying that was gone, man. I was a bit worried about that.
Saeed is not gone because when Murta is giving me a protect the club's reputation. What? The reputation of the new episodes on Netflix. But anyway, Saeed, I've jumped ahead, didn't I? Right. So it says the much lauded arrival of Ralph Rangnick is dissolved to so much extent. German was barely on speaking terms with the man who appointed him, the football director, John Murta. For his part, Rangnick didn't feel he got the support he needed, and too many players failed to take responsibility for their own performance. So let me repeat this. Murta and Rangnick fell out. This ain't the Sun newspaper. Yep. This ain't racist Samuel Lucas in that great newspaper. That used to be a great newspaper back in the day. Now it's just an advertising page. This ain't clickbait, people, mate. This is an in-depth researched article by Simon Stone. Yeah. And you know what? You know what, Alex Shaw? You're getting cooking because we got the evidence. A so-called a proper journalist exposed you. And you're getting cooked. And I can see that cooker right now. It's getting toasted. It's getting
hot.
Don't worry. So for his part,
it's sizzling right now.
For his part, Ralph Rangnick didn't feel support. He didn't feel he got the support he needed.
Rightly so. He didn't.
Saeed, what do we always say? When you're bringing an interim, because how many times was I repeating, Saeed? How many times was I repeating the motion that? Imagine when you've had any of you have gone through the schooling system, yeah, wherever you are. When you've had a teacher, substitute teacher for 2 weeks, did any of you listen, or were you dashing paper airplanes at the back of his head when he faces the ball? How many? Unless the head teacher, the deputy head teacher, and like the others, like teachers, come into that classroom and go, "This guy is your teacher for the next 2 weeks. He's gonna take names down. You're all facing discipline, detention, and some of you will be getting excluded if you think you can absolutely run amok." So it would have took Richard Arnold. What did I say, Saeed? I said I broke it down specifically. I said Richard Arnold, John Murta, Darren Fletcher was already there. It's already imposed.
He's already there, yeah.
They already imposed, right, that Mickey feeling on him, right? He actually wanted to keep Carrick.
Yeah,
to be fair to him,
I know it's true. Yeah, of course.
He was like, Carrick might be able to help me transit because he knows the players already. So he was happy. But they left him the two donkeys. One guy what qualification have you got to be on the bench of Man United as a coach?
Phelan, yeah. And Darren Fletcher, yeah.
Darren Fletcher. What have you got? Mickey Phelan, you don't do any coaching. So what are you doing?
He stands on the wall, man. He stands on the wall.
Well, there you go.
Was it Mike Keegan, the guy who's the kind of the guy who speaks out for the game? So in the day, mate, you have no credibility, and that's the problem, Nuruddin, is that we've got people who are not credible speaking on people who have actually got the qualifications that actually did it in real life. This is what we're going at, Nuruddin, and I just find that for me, it's ludicrous, you know, when they talk about, you know, having the club's interest in heart. You never did. So stop lying to the fans. Stop lying to the people. But I don't know why Alex Shaw took that in a different way. Why would he spin that narrative? Unless you're working with these crony journalists like, you know, Neil Ashton and all these guys there would be no need to do that. Maybe they've set a precedent to maybe put out different propaganda narrative, to set out propaganda that, you know what, Rangnick was this and Rangnick was that. Maybe that's what they're trying to do now. And this is what it is, Nuruddin.
But Saeed, it's so funny, though, when the whole of the fan base are focused on the dividends that these crony vultures are taking. When we're all focused on that, the timing, I thought the timing was suspicious, Saeed. I was like, maybe he's well researched. Maybe this happened. You know what? I was like, I don't think it happened because I followed the timeline. You remember 2 months before, majority of journalists were saying, we don't think that he's going to be able to stay and carry out his consultancy side. We've seen it 2 months before, even before he started fully speaking, saying that these players are a disgrace for down tooling, right? Even before that, because he was always telling truth, saying Manchester United need players. Manchester United, it's not secret. It's not a secret science. There's a method to this. If Man United want to come back and compete, they have to do this. He wasn't lying to anybody. He was expressing himself.
Facts.
Please, guys, we continue to cook that clown that is Alex Shaw, right? Please smash a like on the video.
Yo, how many likes are we on, man? Let them know, man, people. How many likes are we on, people? Get it up, man. How many people are watching?
There's 245 watching.
There should be at least 200 likes. No messing around, man.
Seriously,
you know I mean? Let's be real.
Today, we literally, we're going to this is the congregation, people. Therapy Army, we've called a special service on a Monday evening. We could be doing, me and Sai could be out enjoying the sunshine out there, mate. We could be out there. So please, 84, that's just an insult, man. That's an insult.
Oh, man, let's just have a pause. Man. Let's have a pause for a little bit. 10-second pause. I mean, that is a joke.
That's an insult.
We're putting Alex Shaw on the body here. We're taking him to the graveyard. We're putting him on the line here, and you lot are just, come on, people, let's like the video. But you know what it is, though, man. I've had runners with this Alex Shaw, and he's always tried to paint a narrative of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and the way he's trying to say getting the club back to its values and all that. I don't know, man. What do we call them kind of people, Noreen? But they look at the history a lot, and I think they're trying to make sure that there's a narrative set, man. So you have to watch out for this kind of journalist. You generally have to watch out for them, man. I personally don't get along with Andy Mitten. I don't know about you, Noreen, but I don't personally like the way he kind of tells his stories as well. I know he's a fan's favorite. I know the fans like him, but I've got this feeling that he gets a lot of his information from the football club and he twists it in a certain narrative. That's my own opinion. But again, everybody has their own opinion. There's certain journalists out there you can listen to or whatnot, but it's a cold world out there, bro. I'm telling you. Yeah, histrionics. That's a good word, actually. Exactly. No, I don't know if you're on mute or you're not.
Yeah, I'm here. There we go. And I played it. Remember, I played a video on this channel on Therapy. We got the receipts, people. Big up, Showbear 0161, my G. Big up. Remember, he remembers we played the audio of Gary Neville after the Champions League. When was that? When we got knocked out by
Atletico Madrid. So that would have been in February.
So how long was that?
About 2-3 months ago, man. 3 months ago.
Alex Shaw, are you ready to be walked? Are you ready to be walked and shamed? You're getting exposed. And who am I? A guy in Hume, in his own gaff, like in my own living room. And you call yourself a journalist. You're an absolute disgrace. You are a disgrace to the name journalism. You are. You're a joke. Gary Neville is there on Norwegian television saying that, and we played it here. Roberto Owens exposes it. It.
True.
It was in March. So this was in March.
Yeah. March, yeah, that's it.
At the beginning of March.
Beginning of March, yeah.
Just getting absolute exposed. Honestly,
there
you go. Nick. Exactly, Nick. So you know, of course they are. Of course,
man.
Of course they are. Like I said to you, Neil Ashton types them out, gives it to them. Print that.
What do you say that kind of journalism is called? Print something? What did you call it? You used to call it a particular type of journalism. What these guys are doing now. What did you used to call it, Noreen?
Say that again.
What did you used to call this type of journalism where they recreate stories and whatnot? Is it? I don't know. You used to say a specific word.
Was it?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one, Noreen. A lot of people need to learn that, man.
They are sonographers. They're not journalists. This guy who done the article has done the research. Please let me know how many likes we got before we continue with the rest of the article, guys. Please,
Simon Stone, by the way, doesn't have any affiliation with. He covers Manchester based, so he's very, very much like Man City and Man United. He doesn't have a particular side, does he? But he's been working with Man United in terms of like closely for a while now, for as long as I can remember. So, we've got the first one then, or an AF Picks, man. He's having a go at you, man. He's saying to you, why are you always negative about the club, bro? It's trolls, man. It's trolls. These trolls know him, man. Is there 7:05?
Oh God!
We always have to answer questions that people think that we're just going mad in it. So we just have to let them know and educate them, Northern, because you have to, man. Because people could just think you're just barking for no reason. But you know what I mean? They might not be educated. That's what I'm saying. So just let them know, innit?
We're not going to go back to the article unless we've got 150 likes on the video. There's 275 of you watching. We're not going to go back to the article. At the end of the day, it's simple. I'm here to provide this channel and Saeed's channel. We're both here to provide a different opinion, an honest opinion. That's why I don't, when other fans call my club, I look at them and laugh at them in their faces. You're telling me something I don't know. I'm here to expose how the clientele journalists, sonographers, so-called journalists, run interference for the Glazers and the bankers that control our football club. So if you're not happy with that, then you need to go somewhere else where you get told Jackie Nori stories. Do not turn into this channel or Saeed TV if you want Jackie Nori stories, because we don't do it. We expose the Jackie Nori stories. We expose sonographers, journalists. We expose crony journalists. We expose people who are on the payroll. Why did Alex Shaw, on the day that the Glazers took out the dividends, need to print an article talking about drama like it's some Love Island? Like Big Brother, like Love Island, telling us, well, Ten Hag came in and then saw Ralph and said, get out of this football club. I'm running things now. Ooh, drama. Man United fans, click this on this. I called it out straight away. And my guy got in his touchy feelings and said, you know what? You're an embarrassment. I'm embarrassed for you. And you know what? I doubled that side. You know what?
I can't believe he said that, man.
He got the Charlie Murphy gift, innit? You know the Charlie Murphy gift, innit? It's my favorite. Charlie Murphy.
It is.
I look at him like that. He's coming.
Oh, no, you're killing me, man.
I just recreate that for him. And I put on the top, you're embarrassed for me. And now he's getting exposed. So people, please, give it to me. Alex Shaw, apparently based in Manchester, is running interference, doing a cover. What I mean by running interference is covering for the Glazers and the bankers and the decades of failure by making his story about Ten Hag didn't like Ralph Rangnick. When we already know, we got the evidence here. We've got the receipts, people. We have the receipts here that I told you all. Gary Neville was on TV. All these other journalists 2 months before were saying what me and Saeed were telling you. They're trying to get Ralph Rangnick out because why? They can't take the truth. They can't handle the truth. They can't.
It doesn't also give them a platform to write other than what he just said in it. Because the truth is so black and white, Luridin, it doesn't give them a kind of narrative to spin in it. Watch what they'll do to Ten Hag, man. They'll do the same thing. You've
turned to the wrong channel, people. If you think I'm here to expose this football club, lay it bare. Because you know why, Saeed? When you go to the therapy, this is the therapy army. This is therapy. This is United Real Therapy. That's what the name. It says what it says on the tin, people. We're not here to tell you Jackie Norries. We're here to diagnose, analyze the truth. What is out there? What we see. Our perspective.
Facts. That's what we do. We don't try to give you a different situation, a different angle.
I'm not here to clickbait. How many more times can I tell you what that absolute clown, Fabrizio Romano's telling you? De Jong is being agreed a fee close to this close. No. How many more times can you repeat that BS? Here, we're looking at what's going on at the football club. And the reason why I'm doing this today, me and Saeed are doing this, is because to forewarn, hear the word again, people, those that are back, to forewarn what could happen to Erik Ten Hag. This is the reason why we're exposing this. These crony like Alex Shaw, and these are the crony journalists. We are forewarning you. This is what will happen to Erik ten Hag. So,
facts.
How many likes have we got on the video, people? If you haven't got 150, I'm not going back to the article.
Let's check now.
It's simple. It's absolutely simple. I don't need to hear. You never hear me having a go, other than when I tell Man City fans like 20,000, like
10 more likes, people. 10 more likes.
For me, when I always tell City fans, you got 6 people and a blind dog supporting you. You know what I mean? Don't even bother. If they were to win the league, if they were to win the absolute league and the treble, like nobody would talk. Still be talking about Man United. It says it there. It says it on the tin as well at Old Trafford and the Stretford End. Adored, hated, but never ignored. Yeah, never ignored. So I don't need to hear about how bad my club is from these clowns, rivals.
They're not even United fans. That's the worst thing about it, man.
Why would I hear from them? I am here to expose what's going on. Saidis, we are here. That's why we get hated, people. That's why you got people walking up to us in real life, running cover for the Glazers and the bankers as well. We got a man telling us, were you in Leeds away in 79? Like, no.
Yeah. I'm a better fan because I was in Leeds in 79. I wasn't born, mate.
Yo, we were not even on this planet, mate. We were not even on this planet.
We're not controlled when we're born, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
we don't know when we're born.
Listen, get the likes up, people. Please get the likes up. There's nearly there's 280 of you in here. Get the likes up. Let's get back to the article. Say, let's cook some more, man. Let's cook some more.
Yeah. So you're on the bit now. Says a 4-0 defeat.
Yeah. So the 4-0 defeat in United's penultimate game at Brighton was humiliating. At the very least, the response was expected in the final day encounter at Crystal Palace, given Ten Hag was in the stands, but United lost that as well. So then he continues, as usual, United have been linked with scores of players in the summer. On the stands above, in the rest, even better times when Sir Alex Ferguson was at the helm, United recruitment department always knew which players the Scot wanted beyond any other. Second, our third choice targets and other position would have accepted if the number 1 option was snared. They are having the same feeling now about Barcelona's Frankie de Jong. Ten Hag knows the Dutch international from their time together at Ajax. He understands that the way de Jong plays and knows he will be perfect for his plans he has for him at Old Trafford. Alternatively, it has been established simply do not fit the template are not good enough. So this is one of the, I'll say this bit again. The alternatives, it has been established, simply do not fit the template or are not good enough. So they hang all their heads in, all their hats, everything they've got on de Jong. Ten Hag wants to strengthen the range of positions. He certainly wants an attacker, but central midfield is key. And there is a feeling de Jong is not just part of the package, but the new manager will be operating from a weaker position than he wanted. So I repeat that again, people. Ten Hag wants to strengthen a range of positions, and he certainly wants an attacker, but the central midfield is key, and there is a feeling if de Jong is not part of that package, the new manager will be operating from a weaker position than he wanted. Right?
Okay.
Yeah,
but the key thing there though is it's the man he wants, and that's why we're so adamant on getting him. So that's why you got to watch out for people. That's why it's taking so long, because he wants that player. And this, for me, this is a very, very much a cultured footballer. It's almost as if when Man United got Varane, remember Varane when he came to the football club? I think Alex Ferguson wanted to change the way midfielders were perceived. So I think Varane came in that time to come in alongside. Obviously, it didn't work out because Roy Keane and Scholes were still there and were better as a midfield too. But he came in and almost gave it that different dimension. Obviously, it didn't work out, but I still think in the Champions League he was brilliant. But yeah, go on. Sorry.
No. That's a valid contribution and welcome it, Saeed. Always. Did someone attack you or what, bro? Please tell us what happened. So basically, Saeed's been approached. We've been approached at times. People are approaching me and Saeed.
Balaclavas on that.
And just chatting a bare lot of waffle, right? So we always say, Saeed asked him the question, are you working for the Glazers? Because he's basically blaming the whole problems of the club and saying the players are playing bad because of the fan channels.
Yeah, he said, that's what he said. He goes, he said, there's no wonder Bruno Fernandes is not playing well because you lot are giving them so much negativity online. I was like, oh my God. Honestly, crazy people.
Absolute clowns. But listen, please keep smashing the like on the video. We've got 290 here, please. As we go back into the article, right? As we go back into the article, there you go. Right, here we go. Finding the target. Depending upon who you listen to, United have either been left at the starting gate by Manchester City and Liverpool, who have both been active in the transfer market, or are wisely keeping hold of what's described as a sizable budget by negotiating the best deals.
Sizable budget. Okay.
Sizable budget. De Jong is central to both in terms of availability and cost. Denmark midfielder is a live target, Christian Eriksen, and it does not seem to boil down to a straight choice by the Dane on United or Brentford, which comes with no insignificant attraction of keeping his family in London where they prefer to be. Which comes with the not insignificant attraction of keeping his family in London where they prefer to be. United wants another attacker who can operate across the range of positions. Ajax Brazilian international Antony heads the list, and the fact that he missed the first day of training with a Dutch club has fueled the talk of a move. All right, so Antony has missed the first. He's missed the first training session with Ajax, but United. But United know Ajax are financially in a stronger position, given that they're selling Ryan Gravenberch to Bayern Munich and Sebastian Heller to Borussia Dortmund. It is not like being taken for granted by Murta, who is directing transfer operations, and his team that talks will definitely reach the successful conclusion. So it's not being taken for granted by Murta, who's directing the transfer operation, and his team that talks will definitely reach a successful conclusion.
Well, this is what I'm trying to say, though. This is why we don't want to kind of get our hopes up in it, because what conclusion are we getting to? They're not making multiple deals. They're not really doing much. It's a case of just kind of like talks FC. That's what we're seeing right now. Exactly. You know what I mean? Big up to you, man, the chosen one.
Yeah, big up.
I don't know what that means, yeah.
Yeah, man. Listen, at the end of the day, it is. But listen, we'll come back to it. We'll go back to Alex. Saeed, seriously, are you absolutely shocked or surprised by?
No, I'm not. I'm not, bro.
How much this Alex Shaw guy has absolutely shown himself up. We're not going to cook him.
Yeah.
We're not going to
Alex Shaw showing himself up, man.
You know what? I've turned it off enough now. I've turned it off. You know why? Because I've turned it off. Because why? Because this guy it's not even worth it to cook him.
Yeah.
He's just shown himself to be an absolute imbecile and an embarrassment to what journalism is. Big up Vinny. De Jong, Rice, Antony. I'm celebrating the time.
Vinny, stay off the vodka, man. He's had a few more since we've had the podcast.
Get back on the water, lad. I know there's the sun's still out a little bit. Get back on the water.
Get back on the water, mate. Don't be drinking that. But you know what? Yeah, I think it comes down to the fact that, you know what I mean? Why did he, on that day, yeah, there was a reason why he wanted to set that narrative, Nuruddin. And obviously, these journalists, they get access, Nuruddin. This access is very costly, you know. And you go from a simple guy who's a simple journalist working his way up to losing information that could be deemed credible to then not getting it at all. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, when you look at it, Nuruddin, they've got to set this narrative. The more Neil Ashton gets and the more he kind of, these journalists, if you can assemble them all together and make a little team, so we've got certain narratives coming out. If you can say, right, no, Alex, you set this article. You set this article. Everybody sets their own one. Samuel Lucas, you set one now. And they all just come in at once. And that's why you're seeing this, Nuruddin.
But this is further, Saeed, adds to the toxicity within the fan base. So the fan base, it moves like a drama. Ooh, this person didn't like. Oh, listen, I'm sure Erik ten Hag has met Ralph Rangnick before. football world is a small world. The idea that they're making it about, oh, Ten Hag. No, what you're doing is basically covering up for the vultures who have destroyed our football club. That's what you're doing. And then you are supposed to be a journalist that finds out, investigates, and speaks the truth about the football club. You're not here to run effing cover for the football club. You're a disgrace to what's called proper journalism. That's what you are. Hey, please, I don't understand this. Just read this for me, because I don't get what this person.
Austin says, I'd rather no one than Ralph. He's a disgrace and a fool. And the fact that fans are hyping him is a disgrace.
So is who's talking about Ralph?
He's saying about Ralph that he's a disgrace and he's a fool.
Wow.
And the fact that Austin is a disgrace.
Well, Austin, you know what? I'm sorry to say, but I think you're one of the victims in it. You know what we call here? What we call in the therapy army.
I'd rather no one than Ralph.
Yeah. Listen, you are a victim of the truth. You know what? You rather be told a Jackinori. So sit down, Ralph. Sit down.
Give him a Jackinori then. It's only right. It's only right now.
Listen, you sit down, right? You sit, get comfortable, get really comfortable. Get yourself a cup of tea. If you want something stronger, because when you're deluding yourself, that's what you might need, because you might be on that already. So take a seat, and I'll tell you, Man United are the greatest football team in the world, the greatest football club. And the Glazers are the best owners in the world. And the bankers, they only want the best for this football club. And Ralph Rangnick came in there and just started talking a lot of waffle, and the team started playing shit, and the players didn't like him. Nobody liked him at the club, and he was the problem. You happy now, Austin? Austin's sitting somewhere smiling now.
He's happy now. He's happy. He's feeling good about himself now.
Yes.
Fair play, Nuruddin. You're looking out for him, man.
Tell it to me again. Tell it to me again.
You've looked out for him now. You know what, man? You're a good guy, Nuruddin, because now you can sleep well at night knowing that Man United are back and Man United are going to be competing now. Exactly. But you know what it is? The truth hurts, man. People don't want to hear the truth. And Alex Shaw and all these lot are making sure that, you know what, the truth don't get put out, man. That's why ultimately there's going to be articles that spend, articles that are misleading, Nuruddin. And that's what we're doing, Nuruddin. Because in the day, I give you any money now. Ten Hag ruffles a few feathers now. And we don't have to start with 1-2. He will come out and say, we must do better. We need to do this. And certain players are not pulling their weight. What more do you want rather than Ollie coming out and saying, the boys try. The boys try. They try.
Fine margins. Fine margins.
Fine margins.
Fine margins.
The boys were fantastic.
Yo, big up Khalid's. Listen, big up Khalid's Ramadine Lassie. Austin, we're the worst club run in the league. It's so bad Chelsea needed an anti-Glazer clause in their deed. What more do you want? But no, Khalees. Big up Khalees, Chief United journalist. A proper journalist. An absolute journalist, mate.
Yeah,
Khalees,
absolutely.
Yeah? An editor of United Real Therapy, mate. An editor, chief editor, right? Chief editor of United Real Therapy, people. And the guy who just tells it. He tell it to you there. We're the worst club run. Only our owners take dividends. On that day, that clown, Alex Shaw, prints an article saying, fans, don't worry. Look, forget about the dividends. Look this way. Don't look that way. Look this way. Listen.
Yeah.
Eric Ten Hag came in, said to Ralph, fuck off, Ralph. Fuck off, baby. Get out of here. My club now, mate. Get out.
Yeah, it's true.
And then Ralph tried to come back at him. But then Ten Hag won and said, get out, Pella. Get out. Up you go.
It's
on
true.
That day. That's why you are getting exposed, Alex Shaw. I hope somebody clips this up and shows you this.
Maybe that's Alex Shaw there right now. You know what I mean?
You are
Alex Shaw's in disguise now.
Called journalism, and just normal random guy who lives in Hume has exposed you, mate. Has exposed you. Remember that
article here has been.
Remember that. You. And this
article has been.
Here, it's research put together by Simon Stone, and he tells it to you. John Murtagh and Ralph Rangnick were not on speaking terms. Saeed, let me educate the people here now. There's 333 of you here. Please smash a like on the video.
200 likes. 200 likes.
Likes on the video, please, guys. Let me know how many likes we've got on the video, please. Right? How many likes we've got? Because I want to hear from Austin. Kevin Clark, even on any business, you don't expose yourself and think somehow it benefits the club. It's Alex Jones setting here to keep. Okay. Okay, it's conspiracy. It's a conspiracy.
Wow.
So this could be Alex Shaw, maybe Alex Shaw's bitch.
That's what I was saying to you. Is
That's
this Alex Shaw basically like
this is what Alex Shaw, that's what he shows in it. He defending in it.
Yeah.
That's what
I'm trying to say.
No, mate. Are you kidding me? Manchester United exposed themselves. They don't need to be exposed. Everybody knows we're the laughing stock. We know agents take the mick. Clubs take the mick. What are you talking about? Like there's some secret thing going on. We can see it. We can see it. We can tell. Conspiracy theory. Is it a conspiracy theory? So you're calling this a conspiracy theory, yeah? This is what you're calling a conspiracy theory. This is what you're calling a conspiracy theory, yeah? You're calling a conspiracy theory that much lauded arrival of Rangnick dissolved so much to the extent German was barely on speaking terms with a man who appointed him footballing director John Mehta. And by the way, people, John Mehta and Dallin Fletcher hired. It was their job to hire.
It was their job. And after failing with 4 others. Yeah.
3 other people they interviewed. Luis Garcia,
3 others.
Valverde, and Lucien Ferrer. And they chose the guy who had the least games.
Managerial expertise, yeah.
Yeah, in the last 10 years, Ralph only done maybe 80 to 90 games. So what does that tell you? And then you don't go into that dressing room with the owner, one of the owners, with Richard Arnold, and you don't go in there and say, hey, squad, Ollie, you threw Ollie under the bus. You should be ashamed of yourselves, right? Now, this guy is here till then. This guy, if you don't listen to this guy, you're all getting out. You're getting put on sale. But because we're not run with a club that being accountability, so what do we do, Austin? Hide everything underneath hide it underneath the bed. You know when like letters come through, your bills come through, right, left, and center, and you keep hiding them, pushing them underneath the settee. That's what you want to do, Dustin.
You're pushing the problems away. You need to tackle it right now.
That's what you want to do, Austin. Yeah. Austin, you're posing. I think it's Alex Shaw, right? I think who you are. This is who you are.
I'm telling you, man.
Alex Shaw, mate. You're on. This is Alex Shaw and his burnout account, people. This is what it is.
Burnout account, yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm not asked if Raul's there because I knew from the beginning this consultancy there was never any. Saeed knows I'm about the details. I'm about the
absolutely.
Details. I've seen these episodes before. Right? I don't know what fan you are. You're exposing. Manchester United is a football club, not a business. You clown.
He's replied back now.
We have a heartbeat.
That's how the worst management. You didn't hear about it because that's what happens in a professional institution. Well, they're in trouble now, mate. I'm sure they'd rather tell each other what was going on behind the scenes.
The reality was all there to be seen, mate. You know what? You know one thing where you can't hide? How toxic your football club is. You know where you can't hide that? On the football pitch, mate. On the football pitch, mate. That's where everything's laid bare. So stop being a clown and coming with corporate speak, mate, and running cover. And so now, Saeed, we've got people who's supposedly United fans running cover for Alex Jones, who's an absolute clown of a journalist.
It's true.
I'll repeat again, because this is what we're doing. We're exposing your arguments as well. I'll go to this again. For his part, Rangnick didn't feel he got the support he needed, and too many players failed to take responsibility for their own performance. We are mollycoddled. We are mollycoddled FC, mate. Get the dummy out. One dummy between 11 players. But he's had it for
share it
than me. He's had it for 10 seconds more than me. That's what it is, mate. To me, I will support anybody. You've tuned into the wrong channel, mate. You tuned into the wrong channel. You don't know us, mate. We're not here to run cover, mate. We're here to further expose the vultures, the club that has got no accountability whatsoever. So you are exposing yourself, Colt Austin, mate. You've tuned into the wrong channel. There are many other United channels out there that are worshipping and are brown nosing their way to getting access to the club, mate. That you need to go and tune into those channels, mate. That's what you need to do. You've turned onto the wrong channel, mate.
Especially this United Real Therapy. No way near, man.
Where everything gets exposed, mate. Have you ever go to therapy, mate? Do you ever go to therapy? The truth comes out, mate. You can't handle the truth, mate. You can't handle the truth, mate. You cannot. The truth's too painful for you. And that shows you something about who you are. Stop telling me about organizations. Manchester United Football Club it's in the heart of a community and it has a heartbeat. So stop your business BS. Stop that BS. Stop running cover.
You know, as well. I think what we want to do is just make sure we kind of front the problems. We don't want to hide away from it. And for me, that's what I've always done. I don't really like to kind of just sidestep everything and be like, you know what, we're not going to look at this and we're not going to analyze this. We have to analyze it, and we have to almost like, you know, magnify everything, because this football club won't do it. They'll always gaslight everything. They'll always make sure they tiptoe around it. That I don't. Did you buy into what Richard Arnold said, really, Nuruddin? Anything that we didn't know?
That was the best PR he's ever gonna get as his time as a United CEO, mate. It was Saeed. They even told him what to wear. Put a jacket on. Make sure you don't overdress. You don't underdress. You don't intimidate the lads. Make sure you
swear a little bit.
Make sure you get that, or you get a tap on that bar. Make sure that because the police are outside, they've got your back. Make sure you start spouting a couple of F-bombs in there. Make sure you got low-cut T-shirt. You're just having a drink with the lads at the local. That's what you are. Big up Alien Tenno. Ralph cooked them. Headless chickens ran, mate. Of course they ran, mate.
It's true, though.
Cover. And that what does that tell you? The reason why I'm doing this, mate, Austin, is to forewarn that this could happen to Erik ten Hag. This is the point of this show, mate. So you've turned up, like he said here. You've took the wrong turn, mate. You need to go somewhere else where people want to hear. I don't want to hear it anymore, mate. You've took the wrong turn, mate. Like my brother said, you've took the wrong turn, mate. This is it. Big up the mixed bag.
There you go.
No, wrong turn, mate. You need to take a left turn, Austin.
Man. He's always funny, man. Nee.
That's what you
can
are.
always rely on Nee for banter, man.
That's what I'm saying to you. Fans like Austin are the reasons where we are right now. Exactly. At the end of the day, this is not to laud Ralph Rangnick. It's to expose this new football structure, because how do you hire somebody and not even talk to them when they're telling truth? And how can you not support? This is the reason of the show, people, is to show that this could easily happen. This is what Man United are. They will swallow you and spit you out, and then get their crony journalists like Alex embarrassingly deluded Shaw, the liar that he is, right?
Facts.
Telling a story saying, oh, Erik ten Hag didn't like Ralph Rangnick. What are you talking about, you clown? Erik ten Hag was hired in April. Ralph Rangnick, the club were telling people that this guy is not getting no consultancy. That's what we've been told, mate. And Gary Neville said it, and I played the audio on this channel. So you've been found out, mate. You've been found out.
Gary Neville said it as well. So end of the day, what more do you need?
Absolute clowns. Absolute clowns.
I think the jury's out for Gary Neville to say it live on Sky Sports, though, not on a Norwegian television. So we'll see with that one.
Absolutely, mate.
Austin, man. But yeah, the main message was not for Austin. The main message for Alex Shaw, mate. Austin, obviously.
But you know what he did? He involved himself in it.
Yeah, he did.
To me, all it is, to me, you're part of the crew, innit? You're part of the Alex Shaw crew, innit? So as a crew, and
Alex Shaw Army.
That's what it is, mate. Alex Shaw Army is in the chat, mate. At the end of the day, the reason why we've done the show, Saeed, is just to sum up. Is to show the fans that Manchester United were running a lot of waffle, telling people, oh, Ralph Rangnick, because he got the job at Austria, it's because he might not be able to. How many times in a year, when you give somebody consultancy, you're giving them maybe 3 days or 5 days, 6 days a week. International managers are only together with the club when it's during international break. They're not with the players every day. They watch football games. I got into a space, big shout out, Johnny, shout out to all the people in the spaces, right? I went into that space and said, I'm not seeing the details of this. And the club then hired those sort of journalists that told us, Saeed, that Ralph Rangnick is here to help with a restructure after they finishes, and that's the only reason why he accepted a contract, because he's going to have a say in managing that structure. Yes or no, Saeed?
Yeah, I know you mean.
That's what we were told. That's what we were told, mate. And at the end of the day, Alex Shaw, you got exposed for running clear direction and running clearly for the agenda that is with this clown of a Murto person and the clown of the Alex Shaw. And you're now trying to support him.
Watch out for the PR, though, people. That's what I'm saying. Don't fall for the PR. Don't fall for the stories that make it look like these guys are, you know what I mean? Oh, he was wrong and Murto was right. No, people, you have to be very careful. That's why Nurin is speaking what he's speaking, man.
I'm here to expose
this is the platform.
Club. I don't need other fans telling me that. I don't need opposing. No, they can't talk to me. I already know we've got owners who play against us regularly, bankers who've ruined our name, ruined the football club, the heartbeat of a community. They've ruined us, made us into the absolute laughing. We are the absolute clown show that we are. They've turned us into that. So for me exposing them, it's being negative. Get the F out of here, man. Get the F out. You talked to the wrong channel, mate. This is a therapy session where we bring up everything. We speak honestly and openly. None of this PR BS, mate. I don't want to be. I never see Saeed and me. I'm never going to go to that club and go, be part of the PR, be pitch side, and do anything with the players. Pitch. None of that, mate. We don't want to be part of that, mate. We don't want to be part of that, mate. We're never going to be part of that. Go on, take one, mate. Literally, go on, take your nose out of Alex Shaw's ass, yeah? And then sit down somewhere in a corner, right? And like to a rocking chair, mate. That's what you need. And start listening to more Jackie Norris stories, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Subscribe to the Jackie Norris channels, man. They are there. There are massive United Jackie Norris channels. And go ahead, people. Go ahead. Do that. Absolute clown.
You're going to get the real truth here, man. The real truth here.
There you go. A well-researched, and for the use, I've not read the whole article, so go and read it, people. You can find it it's worth a read because it breaks it down. It breaks it down. It's a long article, people. Go on, read it. It breaks it down for you. It breaks it all down for you. It's about improvements in players, Ten Hag's risk. Ten Hag's risk, man. It talks about Ten Hag's risk. So let's just do that quickly, yeah? Not everything United is negative. Alessandro Garnacho was part of the FA Youth Cup winning squad. The 17-year-old Argentina has already received his first full international call-up. Another young player, Hannibal Megri,
has made very good player.
Yeah, and full international honours with Tunisia, who was qualified for the World Cup in Qatar. Amad Diallo, James Garner, Facundo Pelestri have all benefited from loan spells away from the Old Trafford last season, and Ten Hag is likely to make an assessment about their short-term prospects in pre-season. But as he begins work and the start of 3-year contract, during which he will be expected to make United challenge again, it's hard not to be drawn back to the question Ten Hag was asked when he met the media for the first time last month. Was the 52-year-old risking his reputation by taking on this challenge? Ten Hag said not. Most observers who have spent any time around Old Trafford over the past few years would say otherwise. And there you go, people.
There you go.
What's the 52-year-old risking his reputation by taking on this challenge? Ten Hag, that's the question mark. Ten Hag said no. Most observers who spent any time around Old Trafford over the past few years would say otherwise. There we go, people. There we go.
There we have it.
There we go. There we have
trust it. Trust in Ten Hag, but don't trust the club. That's the main message.
Don't trust. Listen, trust in him, and Ten Hag in his return has to show us something for us to get behind.
Absolutely.
That's what he has to show us, something to get behind. I'm sure he will. But these players, people, will down tools, and sonographers like that Alex Shaw will do what they do, run cover and come out and protect Murto and protect Richard Arnold and protect the Glazer project, mate. That's what they do because they're clientele paid in journalism, mate. Neil Ashton's their number, mate. He writes it and they print it. That's how it works. That's how it works. So, Austin, wake up, smell that coffee. Smell it good, bro. Smell that coffee really good. That's what you need to do.
Traps.
Exactly. There you go. I think this sums it up. I think this sums it up, honestly. Let me go back to this brother here. There we go. There we go. Gavin Clark. If Austin had his way.
Oh gosh, man.
I think that's the comment. I genuinely think that's the comment. That's the comment to end on. Saeed, let the people know what you're up to next. By the way, people, go and check out.
Make sure you check out. Yeah.
Go and check out Saeed TV Road to 100K. Make sure you go on there and watch and subscribe to that channel, please, and smash a like. Yeah. But Saeed,
man, I appreciate it. Yeah, Saeed TV, man. Just check it out, people. I'll be live tomorrow with a show. So yeah, man, just subscribe. But make sure. How many people watching now?
316.
316. Let's get at least 300 likes, man, people. We can do it, man. Let's do it, man. If you enjoyed the show, I don't know why you wouldn't like it. So unless you actually just watch it and you don't know where the like button is, there's a like button at the bottom of your screen. Because people, you have to let them know in it. It's a like button at the bottom of your screen. It says a like. Hit that like button.
That's what it says, people. Listen.
And you know what? We might have people that honestly, you know what I mean, like that just don't know how the internet works, innit? So big up to
yeah. You know what? Smash a like, people. Listen. Shabert 016's like, Austin smelling the Glazers batty, but let's just have a know. Listen.
No. We don't talk about batty because that was lockdown.
They have to watch the batty. That's all they have to do is watch the batty. Right? If that batty is what we do, to me, if that's what he wants to do, go ahead. Ain't nobody stopping you out here, mate. Nobody. Yeah. And by the way, can we just say solidarity to the women and the young girls, especially working class and poor women in America, who are now being subjected to. They have no choice. They have no choice. So for me, I always say, women have the choice. Always. No man can ever tell any woman, no laws can ever tell another human being whether or not take a choice away from them. Nobody can. So solidarity and love, solidarity with the people of Yemen, solidarity with people in Ukraine, solidarity anywhere, solidarity with our people in East Africa, all across Africa as well. Anywhere where there's violence, where there's oppression, we're against all of that, people, because we believe in freedom. We believe in freedom for people to be who they want to be. That's what we believe in, people. We believe in human rights, and we don't just say it for this group of people or for that group. We're talking about everybody, people. If everybody's not free, none of us are free, people. If everybody's not free, none of us are. Free Palestine, always, Shabir.
Free always.
Free Palestine, always. Always. I'm telling you now, you will never hear it. We're not in there to go and deals with. No, mate, we're not in it. We're in it to speak the truth on our opinion, mate. And that's what we are as a community. So Therapy Army, big up, big up. Like up the live, comment, share, subscribe. That's how it is, people. We end with that. Today, Alex Shaw got cooked, mate. Well, I didn't even put him. I turned it off. I felt bad for him, innit? I give him a warning. Today was just a warning, innit? Turned off the oven. Didn't put him in there. He needs to chill. So Alex,
Part 2 next week if it comes out. Lord is going to rattle him on Twitter.
You know what? Stop running interference. Do your journalism. Do your journalism. Stop running interference for people who are destroying our football club. Don't be like them, mate. Do not be like those clowns. Don't protect them, mate. Smash a like before you go, people. But Saeed, big up. You're on there. You're on tomorrow. Rivals tomorrow. Saeed,
yeah, Rivals Talk. Me and Grizz and Fuad, man. Come check it out. 6 o'clock tomorrow.
Big up people. Check it out. I'm definitely going to do a calling show. I'm thinking tomorrow night or maybe 10:30 tomorrow night. It might be. A calling show. And I need to do. I've not done one in a while. And make sure, people, if I don't see your face,
no case.
No case.
That's what I say. No face, no case.
But Saeed, big up. Saeed TV all across social media, people. Saeed TV all across social media. Saeed TV. So make sure you're following, you're liking, you're subscribing, and big up the Therapy Army. Therapy Army, we always do it, innit? When some of these people no other channel is talking about this. Not me and Saeed talk about the difficult things. And Austin, you can either be a convert to the truth, or you can be a snoke salesman and coming out with this absolute corporate jargon about business and organization. What reputation, mate? We're a laughing stock, mate. I think that horse bolted long time ago, mate. When the backers and the Glazer took over, mate.
The sit for Shales.
He won in despite of them, not because of them. That's what he did. Big up, man. Love, light,
peace. Big up, everybody.
Argument alone. What argument? Don't know what he's talking about. But anyway, God bless. Nah, mate. Nobody blessing Israel, mate. Sorry. Here we go. Back that Nora Raf was the worst record ever.
Listen, let's get out of here, man.
The only thing I would say to that, no, thanks for the super chat. I don't know if you're the real Matt Goldbridge or whatever you are, but I will say this: Ralph Rangnick was an interim. The club wrote off the season when they hired him. So Matt Goldbridge, whoever you are, right? I'll ask you this question: why was Lucien Ferrer? Why was Rudy Garcia not hired? Why was Valverde not hired? And why were they spinning the whole thing in that Ralph Rangnick is here to help with the structure?
Exactly.
Why? But you don't want that truth, do you? You don't want that truth. He was not supported. He was not backed by the club. And I talked about it here. We talked about it on the Straight Jacket podcast. We talked about it on this channel. But all I'm here just to point out, Saeed, it's a thankless job, innit? Always have to explain, to break it down for people, innit?
Exactly. We always have to do it, man. But that's why we're here. Real structure, real change.
There you go, people. Win, lose, or draw. Glazers out. Bankers out.
Always.
Saeed tomorrow will be live with Fayed and Gris. The rivals, yeah? The rivals show.
Yeah, Rivals Top. Make sure you check it out, man. For now, enjoy the rest of the evening. And to the people that don't get us, you will get us, man. So big up.
You know what? People stuff that we've been talking about on the Straight Blackout on this channel, and now people are using out there. They're using our language, mate. It always takes a couple of months later, but they start following us, mate. That's what it is. That's what it is, people.
Exactly.
Big up, take care. Love and light, people. Smash a like on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. We're 300 away from 6,000 people on our road to 10K. Big up, bless, love, light, take care. Peace.
Big up, man. Big up. Peace.
Alex Shaw, you're being cooked, mate. But we just half cooked you today. Hold tight.
Yeah.